Let's wake up. So my name is Franklin, and I'm currently a final year PhD candidate at CMU. I'll represent Ning, who cannot present due to the visa issues. So this talk is about AROMA, Mixed Initiative AI Assistance for Non-Visual Cooking by grounding multimodal information between reality and videos. So people with various disabilities face several physical challenges in everyday activities, such as cooking, shopping, eating, and driving. So due to the inaccessible experiences of visual, auditory, motion, and cognitive barriers. Specifically for cooking, there evolves various challenges for blind people, such as recipe access, knowing the status of objects, and precision measuring. Unlike single modality formats, such as text or static images for recipes, videos offer rich multimodal instructions through video demonstrations, spoken explanations, and audio cues. However, instructional videos remain less accessible to blind or low vision people, as those videos are often designed with sighted viewers in mind. So for example, video instructions often use vague references like this, that, a touch of, without context, which makes it difficult for blind low vision people to follow along. And in reality, blind low vision users often first struggle to determine how their current states compares with what is shown in the video. And second, they find it difficult to decide on the next appropriate steps based on their own sensory experiences. So to bridge this gap, we introduced AROMA, a multimodal AI assistant that helps visually impaired users to get access to a video recipe by grounding the multimodal information between the reality and the instructional information from a video recipe. Specifically, the system gathers real-world information from two sources. First, the system gathers non-visual information based on the user's perception of the cooking process. And second, the visual data captured by a wearable chest-mounted camera. In addition, machine learning pipelines extract the knowledge from the video recipes by parsing its instructions, the video content, and the audios into a standard JSON format. And here's a high-level system overview of AROMA that shows the mixed initiative interaction between the users and the agent based on different modality of the information. So AROMA leveraged a finite state machine that based on how blind people cook while following cooking instructions. It provides responses in two stages. So in stage one, it provides the responses to address the immediate needs. And the stage two is additional responses for error handling and follow-ups, which providing a channel for users to give complementary information. So the state will transfer to the one where the backend large language models of the agent is prompted to pay special attention to the additional information provided by the user. It automatically decides the type of query and response with the best format. So at this stage, we designed 4 distinct response types based on the empirical findings from prior research. Those are food state, the step-related responses, problem-solving selection, and general visual questions. So users are also able to ask follow-up questions if they want more details or unsatisfied about a response from the system. Here's a demo of our on-demand response of AROMA. So for example, the person is making a pizza for the meal and start with spreading the sauce. The person can ask, where's the seasoning powder? And the agent responded, there's a spice box in front of you to the right. Then the person brings it up front and asks which of them is garlic powder inside the spice box. And here we're going to show the system-initiated responses that shows which event and state that the person is currently at, and it demonstrates when AROMA detects dependent step missing. So we evaluated AROMA with 8 participants who are blind. Each user prepared a dish using a video recipe that they have never consumed before and cooked it from the start to finish. Through this user study, we tried to answer the following research questions. How effective is AROMA for blind low vision users to assist them in cooking? How do blind low vision users perceive the agency, control, and helpfulness when collaborating with AROMA in cooking? And the last one is, what is the mental process of the user when coordinating with complementary perceptions from the system? So we quantitatively evaluated the accuracy of mapping a user request to the corresponding event and de facto accuracy of the immediate responses. And also we present the overall usability ratings from participants and user feedback on each feature, which indicate the usefulness of AROMA. So for more details, please read the paper. Regarding the interactive strategies, our participants report that the conversational interaction supports flexible access to video recipes that enhance agency and reduces the cognitive load for the user. They highlighted proactive feedback was helpful when precise and well-timed. And we found that supporting segmented video replays were useful when original video clips were accessible. So to better understand how blind low vision participants interacted with the new interactions that AROMA provided over cooking, we analyzed the type of requests that they made throughout the sessions, which includes maintaining the awareness of the procedural flow, confirming the types and the location of food and ingredients, and clarifications and response customization through the follow-up questions. From the study, we found non-visual perceptions keep as the foundation of assessing the food state while having visual information as confirmation. And by leveraging both non-visual and visual perception, this resolves the ambiguities in object and step identification and improves the spatial awareness of ingredients and tools with AI Assistant. As a reflection, given existing research has been focusing on digital accessibility, there is a huge space for cyber-physical challenges for people with various disabilities. In order to build useful and usable assistive technologies in physical space, it is crucial to first understand the cyber-physical challenges of technology adoption in everyday activities. For example, people with various disabilities have different modality needs for everyday tasks, such as a vision-based system for cooking and shopping can face completely different vision challenges for people with vision impairments. Upon understanding the real challenges, it is important to architect the design framework of the cyber-physical activities through procedural access and context of interests. So procedural access indicates the uniqueness of how people with disabilities perform physical tasks differently along with technologies, as well as adapting the context of interest of the targeted population and tasks. For example, when we use a vision model to recognize a jar for a blind user, beyond just outputting that there's a jar of food, it is crucial to tell the relative position of the object to another known anchor instead of the visually identified absolute position in 3D coordinates. And it's also important to present the quantity of objects non-visually, as well as the status of objects. With such systems, future research should also consider the agency and freedom to choose the modality of the interactions under certain domains of acknowledging the modalities and preferences that the user prefer to have during the mixed initiative approaches. For example, although voice or touch can be effective for supporting blind people in cooking, like surrounding environments, like exhaust fan or dirty hands, they can impact how they might prefer to interact with the system. So this also applies to people with other disabilities and their different contexts. So thanks for listening, and I'm currently on the job market, and if you know any opportunities, please let me know. And for more details, please read our paper. Thank you.
Okay, time for questions. Okay, I can start with one. Sure. So I have a question on the evaluation. So how do you evaluate quantitatively how effective it has helped with the a task for a low vision people, comparing with the regular video video guidance?
So we did this with more we had the participants in a certain controlled space. We asked them to actually make the food that I have never cooked before. We didn't compare with existing videos because they are not accessible according to prior research. There has been a lot of research from the past few years that showing because of a lot of these video content and they are inaccessible, so it forces them to have to follow a written recipes, and it's hard for them to even if you cook with Gordon Ramsay's recipes, it's impossible. So that's why it's important with this work of AROMA that we explore both how existing approaches or mixed initiative approaches works through how many of the steps they were able to follow, but also in the meantime we also got the qualitative evaluations on their perspectives of using such mixed initiative approaches for guiding them and support them in the actual cooking approaches. So for more details, you can read the paper. Yeah.
Thank you. Do we have questions from the crowd? Okay, so I think we can move on to the next presentation.
Thank you.